Good morning, duelists. Alright, here we are. Oh my god, I'm streaming again. I thought like a month ago when I did it, I would never do it again. But here I am. You know the drill. Gotta make sure everything's working. But good morning. How's everyone doing? Honestly, doing the craziest part was, last time I streamed, people actually came. And that made me really happy. Y'all the goats. So I'm sitting here like, monkey, I gotta do it again. So how's everyone doing? Today's gonna be chill. I'm just literally gonna be talking the whole time. I have so much to talk about. Like, Yu-Gi-Oh is in such a good spot right now. And I want to be part of it. And, hold on, I'm just checking something. No, I didn't think so. Okay. I think it's good. I'm just trying to see how OBS... Does OBS show me the chat? I sure hope it does. I sure hope it does. But yeah, how's everyone doing? We all doing well. I only have like an hour and a half to stream. But, I don't really care. I should be doing this whenever I want. Alright, so TLDR. Here's what's going on. Alright. October... Hold on, when was my last stream? Let me check. Hold on. Y'all can wait. No one's even here. This is more about me. Okay, my last stream was October. Okay, it was October. All right. So it was early October. So ever since then, I was so busy. Like, October's such a busy month for me. And I think December is going to be the exact same way. And I did not want to, like, overstimulate myself. Because at the end of the day, I'm awesome, but there's only so much I could do, like, at all. Like, you know what I mean? I usually try to give always 110%. But sometimes I tap out at some points. So that is why I didn't stream in at all for the last, like, over a month. But I've been pretty much, like... Actually, hold on. I should check one more thing. Sorry, guys. Nothing's cohesive on the Adrian YGO stream. Okay, I was making sure the mic sounded good. Anyway, so yeah, I was so busy in October, and now it's November. Where honestly, all right. To be honest, I'm still a little busy, but like I have like times like now where I'm able to stream, and I actually really do want to stream. There's actually two things I really want to do. I want to make more videos, obviously. Honestly, the hardest part is just the video making process. I love editing. I don't hate it. I love making a script. I love doing the video. I'm not good at it, but I like doing it. I enjoy it. I love filmmaking. That's kind of, those are two separate different things, but you know what I'm saying. I love creating stuff. And I really want to do that more. It's just like, it's either A, I don't have the time, or B, when I do have time, I want to like go to sleep. So that's kind of how it's been. But streaming's a good, I have so many cards in front of me, by the way, so in case I'm like going off on a tangent, you know why. Another thing too is, I just lost my train of thought. Well, it's over now. I'm cooked. Another thing too is streaming is just a lot easier. I don't have to. I can just go on a rant and people will listen. Apparently, which is awesome. I think that's fantastic. I've also thought about doing like gaming because like Yu-Gi-Oh is kind of hard because like it's kind, you know what I mean. Like I can do Master Duel, sure, but no one wants to watch me play Master Duel. Let me tell you, no one wants to watch that. But I've thought about doing variety. I don't know. I have a lot of ideas. It's just like, honestly, it's just sitting down and doing it is the hardest part. If you know what I'm saying. Like, not actually doing it, sitting down, clicking stream is the hardest part. But yeah, another thing I realized recently too is I want to succeed. I know this sounds crazy. I really want to like do more stuff, do more like collabs. I don't know. There's a lot of like things I want to do with the resources I have, and I feel like I haven't been taking advantage of that. And I don't feel guilty, but I feel like I could do more for people and so I want to do more on my two channels so I can like get to a point where I can help other people. So that's something that, it's not, I don't know what you would call that, but it's just something I've been thinking about recently. And I hope I could do that to help one extra person in my life. Anyway, so let's see. All right, so we can actually start talking about Yu-Gi-Oh. Okay, YCS Pittsburgh was flipping last night. Honestly, great tournament. Ended at like 7 p.m. I was watching some of it. Really good. I think day one had a lot of whatchamacallit. Day one had a decent amount of, not a decent amount. I had like a couple of like cringe moments because I remember from YC, I forget what the last YCS was. The previous United States YCS, people were complaining about like the artifact lock and oh my god, I can't think of anything else. Proto stuff like that. That YCS was really toxic. Anyway, this one was not as toxic. I think this YCS was actually really enjoyable. I mean, there was a couple moments. I think somebody got like barrier statued, but like that's like one of the better floodgates to get hit by. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many ways to out it. I'm not saying it should exist for that reason, but it's a lot better to deal with than Protos or the artifact lock. In general, there's always going to be another floodgate for people to play with. It's just getting rid of the good ones. The ones that like a lot of decks actually just can't deal with, which they actually did, which is why the emergency ban list, which I haven't even talked about, was fantastic. I love the emergency ban list. Anybody saying the emergency ban list was bad or weird people, and you guys don't understand how it works. I just don't know. Konami definitely has new management now, and the fact they're actually banning cards that we consider toxic and ruin events almost, I think goes to show you how awesome the company's doing right now. I think it's great they're banning these trash cards that should not exist. Did it hit all of them? Of course not. There's always going to be something else to hit in Yu-Gi-Oh! That's just how card games work. It's like, it's developing, it changes every day. Like, there's always going to be something to change. But I'm not going to sit here and say it was a bad ban list because there's still floodgates existing. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is inherently a floodgatey game. Like, that's just how it is. I feel like it's really weird to be on the whole floodgate rant when it's like not that big of a deal. Really weird. What else has been going on? Yu-Gi-Oh! Is in like its renaissance. Like, I have at least met 10 people within the last month or two who wanted to get into Yu-Gi-Oh! Which I think is awesome. I think that goes to show you how successful the game is going to become in the next couple months. Like, the game is in such a good spot. You can't sit here and tell me it's not. What's not good about it? Let me pull this up. Let me pull you up the top 64, hopefully, of YCS Pittsburgh. Because when you look at it, it's pretty fantastic. I'm not going to lie. Hold on, let me see. Like, can I get a good graphic? Of course I can. I'm the GOAT. Okay. Let me do this real quick so that it just looks clean. Because I'm all about cleanness. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Billy Blake. Okay. This is the top 32. Hold on, let me do this. Cool. This is the top 32 of YCS Pittsburgh. Drickatel won. By the way, that was crazy. I was not expecting Drickatel to take it. To be fair, Aditya is a really good player. Like, I think this is like his, like, what, 8th, like, premier top? Like, I don't know. He's an insane player. So I'm not even gonna, like, beat around the bush here. But, like, the fact that Drickatel won it, I think goes to show you how fair the format is. Drickatel is one of the most fairest top decks we've ever had. This deck is so much fun to watch. It's just all interactions. This deck is awesome. I love watching this and playing against this deck. It's funny, too, because I'm not even a big... I'm not even a big, like fusion guy, and I love this deck. This deck looks so cool. Like, I'm honestly this close to purchasing some of the cards. I just don't want to buy 5 manas. But I'm honestly really liking it. We'll take a look at the deck list in a bit, just so I can give you guys my thoughts. Even though, I know, I'm just a Yu-Gi-Oh! Player, who cares? But yeah, we had Drickatel getting first. We had 2 Yummies in top 4. We had a Lunalite in top 8. I am reading this wrong. No. 3 Dricktales in top 4. 1 Mitsurugi Yummy in top 4. In the top 8, we have 1 Lunalight, 4 Yami Mitsurugis, and 3 Dragato. It's pretty much a general consensus. This is the best deck in the room. Like, 1,010%. This deck is so good. This deck, honestly, I really don't like. I don't mind when decks like, merge into each other. I just think Herald is just way too toxic to be in the game. And I really hope to hit Herald in the December ban list. But yeah, like if we take a look at all these decks, these are pretty fair. Christian, I don't think has any more like broken locks other than like Spell Canceller, which should also be banned, by the way. But other than that, it's like not that bad, so that's good. Malice, there's 2 in top 16, which I think was awesome. People were not respecting it. I saw some people playing Lancia in their side to play around it, which was awesome. But Malice is, I don't know, interesting. I think it's awesome. You can still play it. It's definitely worse. Like I'm not gonna seriously say it's worse. But it's cool to see. Figure Soul C being played is awesome. And some Scry Striker in top 16. That's awesome. People are not thinking this deck would do well, and it did. But yeah, honestly, the most toxic deck in here is flipping Lunalight. I think Lunalight is such a toxic deck. Oh my god. It is so infuriating to play against a Lunalight player. Like, don't get me wrong, they're nice people. I'm not going to sit and say they're not. But Lunalight, I flipping hate that deck. It is Towers Turbo. Hold on, I'm getting some water. I don't mind tower decks, like, excuse me. I don't mind tower decks inherently. I think decks like Pearly were actually cool, even though it was kind of lame. You sat on a towers. But I thought the way Pearly did it was actually interesting. While in Lunalight, you activate a card and you probably just get it. Like, I hate Heavy Volley. It's such a toxic card. And even not that, going first, if you make this, it's really hard out. Like, there's very specific cards you need to draw that don't do anything else against other decks. So it's just like, oh my god, I hate Lunalight. I'm not a fan of Lunalight. I'm not saying it needs to get hit, but like, do something, because this deck is just so toxic, and like, it can literally just lose your whole tournament run, which is infuriating. Another thing too, I want to actually suggest here is that the decks are really cheap. Like Aditya's deck list is $350, which I actually want to see why it's $350, because Dragato isn't that expensive. But look at this guy, John getting second with Mitsurugi Yami, $150. This is cheap. Like, when was the last time you saw a deck for $150 top? It's been a minute. This deck is so cheap. Like, I think in here, Marshmallow's $50, which means this has to be wrong, right? Because Marshmallow's $50. I just realized. Huh. Okay, that must be an error in the system. Ritual Spell for Mitsurugi might be a couple bucks. Other than that, the main is if Fuwa's like 20. Fuwa's, I mean, the main's pretty cheap. Honestly, yeah, that's kind of it. Everything else is really cheap in here. I'm surprised it's 50. Unless maybe Marshmallow went down to 40. That's why it's saying 150. But even so, just so like some budget players can know who just want to go to locals, you can get away with 1 Marshmallow. You definitely don't. 3 is really good. Like, you should play it. But like, you can definitely get away with playing 1. 1000%. But yeah, like, I mean, the rest are 300, 150. But like, this deck is really cheap for a broken deck. So like, I'd highly recommend it. But yeah, let's see why this list was expensive. Oh, yep. All right, got my answer. He played all the Charmies. That's why. All right. Great. Fun fact here. You don't have to play the Charmies. They're good cards, but you don't have to play them. And secondly, they're getting reprinted in like a week. Like, these cards are gonna be commons in a week. So I can't imagine they're gonna be more than like $3. So yeah, 300 is a little absurd. Like, how much 5 minutes are only like 10 right now? These are what, 4? These are 8. Damn, those are expensive. Like, these cards are really cheap. That's what I'm trying to get at. It's a little annoying because like they're one-ofs. Sorry, they're all 3-ofs. But like, you know, pick a poison here. Anyway, this is a very standard list. The only interesting thing that Aditya didn't play, he didn't play the new quick play spell from the Chronicle structure deck, which I thought was really interesting. For those who don't know, it dumps a Fallen Outcast Fusion from deck for cost and targets a card on field, and then targets a face-up card on field, and then destroys it. which is really good because basically you can dump Albion to add itself or to set itself. So the quick spell gets itself, or it can get you follow up. Because apparently, I don't know what card. I don't think he plays it here obviously because he's not on the card. But there's a card that lets you add Brain Infusion on turn 3, which is real sometimes, which is really cool. So the fact it can get you to Brain Infusion, or it can get you to another copy of itself, I think is actually crazy. Coolest part is it always helps you dodge. It's really good in the mirror because you can always dodge Flame. So if your opponent goes Flame, target your Brain Infusion, you can chain the Virtuous to pop the Brain Infusion so it dodges Flame, which is really good. Yeah. It's also good against Floodgates. Like, that card is very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's very versatile. I think the only problem with the card inherently is it's not a monster. Because in Dracotale, you pretty much want all monsters in your hand. You pretty much just want ways to get to monsters and a way to fusion summon. That's kind of like Dracotale's game plan. And I feel like most of the time with Dracotale, the only reason you're not winning games is you just brick. Like, the amount of times I'll see people brick with this deck is crazy. Like, you'll draw like Malulu, a trap, and 3 hand traps. Not bad. It's just that, like, you're not really playing. And if your opponent has 1 hand trap, like a Veiler or something, you lose. If you go normal Malulu after the effect, that you Veiler it, that's the game. Like, that's it. You just have to pass. Or if you're going second, like, I don't know. Like, pretty much the only spells you want to be playing are cards that let you fuse. Or Ketsu, because Ketsu is just an insane card. This card, oh my god. This card is so broken. This card is so good. But you pretty much just want to be playing those as, like, your spells. So playing Virtuous is kind of like a non-monster. It's kind of weird. So I kind of get that. But, like, pretty much, I would only swap that out for, like, Droll. But, like, Droll obviously did well for him. So it was probably a correct choice. It's also interesting. He's playing the Bestial package, which I think is interesting. I think it just has a very good matchup spread against a lot of decks. It's really good against Mitsu. It's all right against Lunalite. It's not good against Dracotale. It's good against, like, pure Brandon. So I saw him side it in a lot, which is interesting. I don't know what he would side out. I'd love to know his, like, patterns, his, like, side patterns, but he probably just side. I don't know. I would imagine the Drolls, maybe Nib. And that's it, because typically you don't want to really side out Engine. Also, they're monsters, so they kind of work really well with other cards. And then, yeah, he's playing all the Charmies, which I actually really want to know his siding patterns, because you can't take out Engine. Like, none of these are getting swapped out. So I feel like against certain decks, you're just taking out your Bells, your Nibs for Charmies. Because the Charmies can get you to other monsters and stuff. I remember on, like, Top 8 Future, Ididia was playing against Yummy. And, sorry, his opponent was on, like, Sulfur Yummy, Mimigul. Crazy deck. I would love to know the list, which actually we can take a look at after this. But, he charmed him, I think, like, once. And his opponent gave him, like 5 draws. It was kind of crazy. Because he tried to set up Ripple Bird, and I think he tried to Feather Duster him. But he played really hard into a Gabistial. And I think he was able to, like, I forget exactly what happened. I think he Ball-Draked banished something else, and then drew a storm send the Ripple Bird so he couldn't set up the trap. And after that, he just kind of lost, because, like, there's not much, like, you're playing as Dracotale with a bunch of cards in their hand. Like, they're gonna be able to push your board. And it can be really hard to interact with Dracotale sometimes. Like, yeah, you can Ash, Ketu, and or Rahu, which you always should do, by the way. But it's like, once they start fusing, it can get really hard to interact with them. That's why I love Impulse right now in any decks I play, because you can always just Impulse whatever their fusion thing is. So you have Ash for Rahu Ketu. You have Impulse for Ketu going second, Rahu, or Malulu, or Fimena. Like, there's so many, like, oh my god. I love Impulse. I love Impulse. I try to play it in every deck I can. Such a cool card. But, he's also on this one, which I don't know how good this one is. I heard mixed things about it. But yeah, this is pretty standard. I mean, 2 Secretarians, cool. This card is cool. I'm just not spending $20 on it. I really want to play this deck. This deck is so cool. I'm really a big fan of it. I just don't know. I just have to buy it, obviously. Another thing too about this deck is it's a really how do I explain this? Hold on, let me get some water. It's a really not punishing. I wouldn't say punishing. But it's a deck that requires a lot of like skill, if that makes sense. Like you kind of have to be locked in. You can't really be making mistakes. And that kind of goes for any fusion deck. Fusion decks typically are known for like being high demand, making perfect choices, not making mistakes. Which I guess makes sense, right? But yeah, congrats to Ditya for winning. Good stuff. I think it was like his 8th Premier Top. Like, good for him. I did not want to say that. Go back here. Hit this. Alright, let me show you the list I was talking about. I think it was in top 8. I think it'd be under Pure Yummy. No. Where is it? There were some Silvercord people, but not. I'm looking for a specific one. He was on like the Mimigul stuff, and I was just like, why? Like they're cool cards, but they're not good. I think they literally just help you set up the Ripplebird stuff, which is corny. Also, flipping what is it? Harpies, Featherstorm, ban that card. I hate that card. I can't find it. It was in Top Cut, I thought. Am I wrong? Probably. Huh. I could have sworn it was in top 8. How is this Gemini player? No? Pretty standard. Pretty standard. What is this? Hold on. What is this? Oh my god. Why are we on Dispatch Parazzi? What the heck? Wait, what? Am I missing something? Why are we playing this? It's a level 2 Fiend? Is that it? We're playing it for Bow? I mean, technically it's more generic than like Nightmare Phoenix. But is that really it? It just takes an attack. I mean, okay. Interesting. I haven't seen that card being played. But this is corny. Christia, like, come on, man. What is this? Send a late fairy from deck to grave. Interesting. Interesting. Alright. But yeah, YCS Pittsburgh. Really good tournament. I enjoyed watching it. Drake Till taking it. There's a lot of Drake Till matches. Like, this guy did really well. He was on Virtuous, as you can see. And Dragon's Mind. Like, Dragon Mind has, like, a really good card. This guy's on one. Oh, he's on one copy. That's weird. I did not know people played one of it. He's on Cross Sheep as well. Cart in the side. Like, no Droll in the main. Maining Droll is like weird. I feel like you don't. If you're on a locals, you definitely don't. But if you're trying to make like a meta call, then you probably should. But yeah, another thing I want to say is like all these decks are pretty cheap. The only reason some of these are almost $300 is because of the Charmies, which it basically has invalidated in like a couple days. So I wouldn't even worry about that. Also, some people on what is this? Double Cyclone. What is this card called? Double Cyclone. This card's it basically is good against Draco Tail because whatever spell you use, they try to flame it. You chain this to pop the spell that they're targeting off flame, and you target another background. Usually Horn or Sting, depending on which one you don't like. But I basically just outs 2 of the spells. So it's neat. I don't know how, like, I don't know if it's a side deck worthy, but it's certainly interesting. And yeah, that's kind of it. I don't know what else to say. I enjoyed watching it. I mean, in general, I love watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! is just such an interesting game. I hope they like stream more Genesys because I think Genesys is awesome. We're actually talking about Genesys in a couple minutes once I'm down here, but I think Genesys is such a cool format, and I hope they stream some of it. Like the actual competitive matches. There's only so many times I can watch the casters, Ninja versus flipping Eldritch Genesys. Like, oh my god, there's only so many times I can watch that. But if we can get some like actual competitive like Genesys sets, I think that'd be cool. I think one of the matches to stream like Generator versus I I forget the other one. Versus like Radiant Typhoon. I thought that was cool. I hope we could get more of that. Not ninjas versus Eldritch. Like, oh, not that. All right, I'll be right back. I have to use the restroom, and then we're gonna talk some Genesys. Oh yeah, I love Genesys. All right, I'm back. I'm back and ready to go. Do you know what's weird? What was it? Dude, I'm so bad at talking. It's so all right. It's not early in the morning. I woke up hours ago, but like my voice is still like my voice is very raspy, so I'm trying to like clear it out, and like it's not working. I want to sound a little like not professional, but I want to sound a little like I don't know. This guy's not like annoying. All right, let's play. Let's deck build. Let's deck build. Okay, let's pull this up. All right, so long story short, I'm trying to get some people into Genesys. So I needed some deck lists. So here's the first one. I'm missing a card somehow. But yeah, everybody knows Blue Eyes. Everybody in the mom knows the Blue Eyes Sharks deck, of course. So I thought this would be a cool one to bring. So a couple things in Genesys. Wishes is at 33, which is probably fair, I guess. And Load's also at 3. So if you're gonna play no other non-engine, you pretty much just have to decide if you're gonna play 2 load, 1 wish, or 2 wish, 1 load. You have to kind of make the judgment there. But if you are gonna play some non-engine like Veiler, because usually Veiler is a one-of, you can't play 3 copies of either load and or wishes. And a Veiler. So you kind of have to do either 2 and then play the Veiler, or don't play Veiler at all. Which I think is crazy, right? Because you want to search Veiler. Like, am I crazy here? So, we're doing 1 of each, which puts us at 66. Then we have Veilers, because hand traps are kind of hard to go around in Genesys. So I thought just committing to 3 Veilers is fine. I don't know. And then I threw in some Chalices, which I don't know if Chalice is even good in this format. Probably not, but it is 10 points. Because what's nice on DB is you can switch by Genesys points, and you can see all the points. So all these are 100, right? But if you scroll a little bit, you'll see all the cheap cards. So like Landing Storm's at 20, Sarnia's at 20, Oakning's my goat's at 20, Ash's at 15. So you kind of see like what cards are cheap. This card's at 15 already. I'm sorry. So yeah, anyway, you can see like the cards that you're you can like if you have like 50 points, you can see like some of the cheap cards that you want to play. Obviously with Wishes and Low, we don't have that luxury. So yeah, we could cut out like 2 Veilers and then 2 Chalices. That gives us 24 points to spare, which isn't really a lot. And we need to put in like 4 cards, so I don't know how like sustainable that really is. Imperm is a 13, I think. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I don't know what the best way to do this is. Monster Reborn's 20? That's hilarious. Why is it 20? Okay. Like in Blue Eyes, like what card can we play? You know what I mean? Also, the problem is if it's like 10 points, I can only play 1 of it. So it's like, what's the point of even having it? Because I'm a big believer in like 3-ofs, right? Like you should almost always be on 3-ofs. for unless there's a specific deck building reason you don't. Which, it's not that it's not common. It's just no one usually gives a good excuse to why you want to run one copy of a card. Like, obviously in here, I'm like, for instance, right? I'm playing 2 Blue Eyes because I don't want to draw Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes is like the worst card to draw in the deck. I'm not going to play 3 of it. Are you crazy? 3's trash. But, I recognize Genesys is more like casual, so I'm not that tight about it that being perfect. Also, I'm showing people like the game, so like I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like I'm playing like 1 Jet, 1 Spirit as like the extra bricks, I guess. But this card's neat because you can actually summon this off load, and it's just a back row banish, which I think is interesting. Because again, Genesys, you want to have a little bit of everything. You know what I mean? Also some free staples. DD Crow's a free hand trap, so might as well play it. Yo, did you make this deck yourself? This deck is fire! Ah, Jake, you have no idea! I did make this myself. Actually, I did. And I hope you like it. Oh my god. I don't know. Also, this card is awesome. Final Bringer of the End Times. Awesome card. I love this card. I wanted to play this in Fire King when it came out. It wasn't good in that. But, like, imagine if it was. It's such a cool card. I'm playing this. I don't know why. It's cool. No, I agree. It is cool. It's funny. There's a card. I don't know the name of it. But there's a card that's just this, but opposite. So you see how it's, like, going this way? There's one where it's going that way. So I don't know if they're based off each other or if there's, like, lore with that, but I also don't know the card name, but a little fun fact of the day. Anyway, I'm also playing 3 copies of Roar because you pretty much, I mean, in Genesys, I feel like you just want this to be like, you're not comboing, right? So you just want this to be like Blue Eyes control. You know what I'm saying? Also, you can go like, it's Ferudris. Is it? Hold on, we're gonna deck check Jake. Ferudris. Oh, you're right. Oh. Uh-oh. Wait, what? Oh my god, you're right! I didn't realize they had the same name. Wait, no. This is not what I meant, though. There's a card that's literally, like, this, like, beam, but I didn't know that. Jake, how did you know that? Oh, that's hilarious. No, but there's literally no. There's actually a card that's this, but backwards. Like, I'm not even trolling. Like, the beam's just going the other way. Oh, what's the card called? There's a card. I forget the name. It's like a blast. I don't think it's like some of the names, so I'm gonna have to like actually find it. I actually didn't know these are like part of the same archetype or lore. That's cool though. Oh. Well, thanks for letting me know. Yeah, I don't know. There is a card. Trust me. There's a lot of beam cards in the game, so trust me, I'm not that crazy. Anyway, so the goal of this deck is to roar into Blue Eyes, normal summon any level 1 tune, which is why Veiler is also good in this deck. Make Spirit and pass. That's the end board. That's it. That's what we're doing. And then like we just lose Spirit, which is pretty bad, but like who cares? And then I'm playing all the Primates, and the reason is Barrel for some reason is also a 0. So you can play triple copies of this. Every turn you get your extra set. Get your drill beams. Like this is the deck. This is the Blue Eyes deck. So yeah, pretty much I just have to figure out if I'm gonna play Chalice or not, and then what I'm gonna do with the extra 13 points. Jake, do you know, if you're still here, do you know any free staples? Free staples. I know Cosmic is one. I know different, what's it called? Cosmic. I'll put them in the side for now. I know the one that pops. Different. Nope, that's not it. What's the one that Offerings to the Doom? Yes, this one. This one's free. No, Cosmic's free. I wish there was like a way to like easily look at them. There's a couple trap staples. Yeah, I mean, this isn't like. Here's the thing, and you know what I'm about to say. I ain't playing Edison's. I don't want to play a bunch of power staple traps to, like, maybe feel a little better. Because I'm assuming Edison's not... Sorry. I'm assuming Genesys isn't that slow. Like, it's going to be pretty fast-paced. Also, everyone's on Cosmic. Like, I don't know. I'm respecting it. Even though it doesn't really matter if I respect it. Eclipse is only 5? Dang. That's tough. That's tough. Let's see. Let's go a little more. Will it show me, like, there's some 3s. Moonlit shows a 3? Hold on. We can just play one copy of it. Yeah, Lunar Eclipse is free. That's true. I just don't know if I really want to discarding cards in a Blue Eyes deck. But then again, I'll be drawing the Blue Eyes. Might as well. Yo, Torgai being a 3? Hold on. Why is she cheap? I have another deck I actually want to try out in a second after I do this. Ogre's cheap too. Damn, these are like ultra cheap. Like can I just cut 3 Chalice to 3 Ogre? Yeah, I can. OG Maiden? No, this is the new one. Wait, no, this is OG. Oops. Whoopsies! How'd you... Wait, what? Hold on. How did I miss that? Am I that dumb? Yeah, I am. Yeah, fair enough. You would have scared me because if the Maiden was like 1 point, I would kill myself. Whoopsies! And then the idea is like we'll have a bunch of free bodies off like Maiden coming back or like Barrel that enemy controller is like decent. Also, it's lore based because Kyla played it. Okay, I think honestly I'm liking this. We also could play Moonlit Chill, but like I'm not playing that. Like what? That card's trash. Ogre has to be fine, right? Plus it's a hand trap. Nib's only 5? Wait, whoa, hold on. Okay, hold on. There's so many cheap hand traps, I didn't realize. Like, as long as you're playing a deck without a lot of hits, you can play like, a bunch of hand traps, bro. Like, what? It's funny, too, because Ash is like 15. Bro, I would keep in the Ogres, the Bells, and the Nibs. I just hope realistically, like, I don't know. Yeah, they make a bunch of super cheap. I don't know if, like, that's the way to go. Because then it's like if you're playing like a crappy deck, you can just throw in a bunch of hand traps. I see. I don't know if I like that. I haven't tried it, so I can't. I'm not gonna diss if I don't know. How much is this card? A 3. Noted. This card's a 5. Dang. This is searches for a Slakitama. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of the point, IMO. Oh, okay. Yeah, but I guess. I suppose. I'm fine if it's like the baby hand traps, but like if my opponent's gonna be a Nib, like oh my god, I don't want to be playing around Nib in Genesys. You know what I mean? Like, like the benefit of playing a bad deck is to play. But yeah, I guess. I just don't want to get nibbed. Ogre's a 3. That's crazy. Let's see. Nihilus is a 3? Sheesh. Why? Alright, whoa, Jake. Why is Ojama Duo a 2? Wait, 2 questions for you, because you're smarter than me. Why is Ojama Duo? Is it just because it burns? Why is this a 3? A 2? You would know before me. Armor's a 1. That's tough. I think it's because you can't link the tokens. They cannot be tributed. Yeah, but then like, why does it have like 2 points? Just make it 0. I mean, that's true, right? Like, Scapegoat's just bad. Like, I feel like any, like, token generating is bad. I get these are for, like, whatever. That's hilarious. Also, second question. Why is Melody 33 points? Let me show you the card I'm talking about. Because this one makes no sense to me. Am I blind? This one. Why is this 33? Oh, is that just it? It's a Rhoda? Is that it? Oh, I thought that'd be like a more interesting reason. Oh, okay. Honestly, though, like you're right, because Lone Fire's at 33. That's a good way to do it. I think that's a fine way to do it. I actually like that. Okay, that's fair. What else is it, like after? So after he hits 0, is it just alphabetical? Yeah, it is. Okay. Damn, these are ones. Damn. Okay. Anyway, these are this is probably the deck I'm gonna have for Blue Eyes. Then I have 2 more. I have 3 more, I guess. I have Pearly, Onomat, and Rika. I think Onomat is like really broken, so like we'll do that last. But I wanted to make Pearly. Now the thing I realize is, like, all the good cards are hit. Is this gonna be a video? Probably not. Probably not. It could be. It very might could be. I just don't know how I would like do it. Not much to it to be honest. But hold on. Okay, hold on. I didn't know this. These are ones. We could play these. I'm not sure what I want to do with Genesys yet. I have to kind of figure it out. But I just want to build decks that of cards I have, to be honest. But yeah, this is cool. Delicious is at 3. So we could noir, if you know what I'm saying. A little toxic action. Streets at 5, Sleep is at 15, which honestly is a very fair hit. All the cats are at least 10. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, I wanted to play 3 cats, but I was like, not really. I have Avarice in here for like to recycle it, even though we have traps and Avarice to recycle. Like, I think recycling honestly won't be a problem. Pearly's good. Uh-oh. I didn't know that. We have DD Crow, of course, because I feel like DD Crow is just fine, right? They need to out-tower monster. They did a hit. Oh. Really? Like, you think Noir should be like 20 points? Interesting. I mean, you're probably right. Like more? Because the problem is, right, if I make towers, most decks already can't out it. So how the flip are you adding that? Like, how is any deck adding? I mean, to be fair, Noir is a little easier to out. But that's besides the point. Like, towers are annoying. And you don't have link monsters. You can't even make, like, access code. That's not a thing anymore. Yeah, Pro's already hit. Like, dude, why is White Cat at 15? They should be... IMO, they should both be at 10. But, like, you could get with it. Like, honestly, I think this ratio is fine. I'm assuming Terraforming's, like, 1 billion points. Yeah, we're not playing that. But this whole deck is searchable. Kaijus are free. Yeah, exactly. I'm assuming Small World is, like... Small World's free? Oh, damn. Okay. Interesting. Wasn't the reasoning, like... It's, like, they like Small World as, like, an idea, so, like, they just didn't ban it? Isn't that it? Even though it is technically a Rhoda. Like, by definition, this is a Rhoda. Something like that. It's a minus... Yeah, but it's a Rhoda. But it's a Rhoda. Oh, you can't give me that. Alright, whatever. Anyway, this Dark World card you could technically play because it's a discard fodder. So we could play this to 3. I was just trying to think of... Excuse me. I was trying to think of cards to play in Pearly. I'm trying to think. We could play, like... I don't know. The problem is... we only have 10 points to work with after the engine. So we have to play, like, the cheap stuff. You can play multiple shots. Oh, you're right. I didn't even think about that. Is that even good? If that's the case, I wouldn't play Crow. You know what I mean? You're right. I didn't even think about that. We could just play, like, 5 copies of... Well, no. We could play... No, we could play 6 copies if we wanted to. I probably wouldn't. I'd probably play, like, 4. That's not bad, though. And I would just cut the Crows, because Crow is, like, low-key mid. Also, I don't know what other, like, monsters to play. Skullmeister's free? Interesting. That you have to play, right? That team's broken. Sorry. Okay, hold on. Let's try this. Let's go to Crow. What are these guys' names? They don't have names. Okay. Alright, let's do 2 and 2. And then we'll do Keldo. We'll do this. We'll do this. I think. Board breakers are all cheap as well. Really? A clip. I saw. Isn't Book of Moon like yeah? Book of Moon. I feel like Book of Moon should be cheaper. Like I feel like this card would be. I feel like this card's awesome. Like already. Monkey made this free. Also, why is it more than Eclipse? I think Dark World is free. Really? No way. Really? I mean, I guess. I guess it's like I guess it promotes healthy game design. I'm not really caring about the side right now because I don't know like what the decks are, so like I don't really care to be honest. Right now I'm just focused on the main deck. Interesting. Also, wait, this is good in Pearly. I could just discard it. Hold on. I know Offerings the Doom is free, but I don't think we play that. Because usually in like Pearly's history, you'd play like hand traps, make their board a baby board, and then you just out the whole board. Also, you have to draw into it from like your Sleepy. Yeah, exactly. I'm not really. I don't really care about the side right now. I care about more of the main deck. Dang, Skull Mice are free. Yeah, why can't like I think Book of Moon should be free. I think Book of Moon should be free, and Eclipse should be. I think you love Eclipse. I think Book of Moon should be free. That card's awesome. I love Book of Moon. I've always loved that card. I wish it was good. It's not. If anything, it's worse because there's no Link monsters. Right? Because they were good against Link monsters. No more Link monsters, so they're bad now. Isn't that like how math works? I suppose. What else is free? I'm trying to think. What are some good staples? There's probably like some cards that no one's even thinking about. So like I'm gonna have to like do this forever. Oh, I forgot. There's another deck I want to try. I want to try Regenesis. I think there's only one hit in the archetype. Also, Torgite at 3. So like low key, we could play some Regenesis in Genesis. I'm annoying, yes. There's so many cards. I can't sit here and click this forever. There's just no way. Guys, what are some staples? I need 6 more cards. It's not bad. Uh-oh. I love that deck, by the way. Also, like, it has a really good grind game, so I feel like it'd be good in a format like this. I'm maining Lava Golem. You know. What are some... I'm trying to think. What else could we play? We have 3 more... we have 6 more points to deal with. If we don't play Brow. Brow just gets itself... It just replaces itself. Which at that point, we could also just play Metal Foes Fusion. I'm assuming that's free too. Yeah, it's free. Yeah, I mean... One's a normal summon. One's a spell. One's free. Never mind. If we're going to play it at all. Honestly, I think playing a card this is like not that good. Like it just replaces itself. It's not that crazy. So most decks play it if they can. Oh, maybe the format is. Oh, are you serious? Ah, crap. I'm thinking of the spell, right? Yeah. Ah, crap. This card's good against Genesis because the cards need to be in the graveyard. Do you know what's funny? Oh my god, Pearly plays this. So I just play this, right? Am I evil? Yeah, Pearly, it's funny. Pearly played this when this deck was, like, playable. Like, 2 years ago, whatever. They would play this because you don't need cards in your graveyard. Plus, at any point, if you want to turn it off for whatever reason, you could just suck it with, which one is it? You can suck it with Pretty. Not suck it. You can send it to the grave off Pretty, take something, and then you out your own Fisher. My tinfoil hat theory is that this card is why they made back row removal cheap. Honestly, true. I mean, I've always liked when there's like a plethora of like back row removal. Like, I loved the formats where Twin Twisters was playable. You know what I mean? I love those formats. Or Cosmic. I thought that was... It's just, again, it's more interaction in the game. I really like those cards. Oh, again, I like how people are playing like double Cyclone for like Dracotail right now. I think those cards are awesome. I mean, if I'm playing Pearly, you have to play this, right? This card's broken. Pearly just does not care about Fisher. Honestly, you only care if you lose your names. Because this only gets it back from the graveyard. So once they get banished, they're gone. But the idea is, like... I mean, they can always just get popped. That's the problem, right? Or is Runic's free, right? Let me see. Yeah, they're all free. Okay. Because we could always play Runic cards too. I think these cards are actually really cool. Because in Genesys, they're only like not board breakers, but they're only like quick plays. You can't use them to fusion summon. Alright, Jake. Thanks for stopping by, bro. Have fun. I'll see you later. I will continue deck building without you. It will be bad. I know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to think. What do we do? If anybody's watching, hope you guys are enjoying. If you guys have any suggestions for Genesys, let me know. I'm a pleb. I don't know anything about this format. I'm trying to get into it. A bunch of my people I know are trying to get into it as well. So I need like cards to play. I don't know what else really to play. But I think it's cool because like you can play like tip to search for one of these. I don't know. I feel like the Runic cards are kind of cool in Genesys. I don't know. Am I missing I'm not missing a spell, right? Am I like crazy? Let's see. Am I crazy for you? It's really weird seeing Delicious with 3 copies of it. It's so funny. I love it. No, we have everything. Awesome. Yeah, it's pretty much just like I think the shufflers are actually really good. We definitely play Skullmeister. Trying to think what other cards we can play. What are some good Genesys cards, guys, we can play? Oh my god, I wish. I know Econ's also free, but you can't really play Econ in a Pearly deck. If anything, we play cards that like to be discarded. Like I'm assuming Salvation's not hit, so we can like play that. The Crystal Beast card. We could play that, I suppose. I'm trying to think. So people are playing what, like D-Fisher? So the Cosmic's fine. I mean, we could play into D-Fisher, which is crazy. Pretty much, if there's a free hand trap, you just have to play around that. To be honest, right? I'm always playing around Skullmeister, always playing around DD Crow. Even though I feel like hand traps aren't that common on paper, especially what Jake said is true, like they don't all the board breakers are cheap. Because they're cheap, then why bother playing? Trying to think. What are some other Pearly cards we could play? Me scrolling here isn't gonna do anything. I'm just thinking. Like, cause again, I've always played the TCG, so it's like I've never really. Darkhole's cheap. Jesus Christ, hold on. Whoa, 3 points? That's cheap. I kind of like that. We could play 2 of it. Huh? How much? I'm assuming Raigeki's like 15. 7. Okay. We could play this and then just like, again, because yeah, for those who don't know, Pearly, all the quick play spells summon a cat, and then you have to discard a card. So literally, you want cards that are okay in the graveyard, or that you'd rather, yeah. So like we're playing the shufflers because we can discard these and have shufflers on the grave, which is really good. Dang, Darkhole's cool. Okay, I don't hate this. And then we just needed one more staple. And again, I don't really care if these are that competitive. I'm more always looking for just interesting decks to play with. Alright, what's free? What we got? There's only 28 pages, so we gotta find something. Burial is interesting. I've always liked that card. Econ, we can't really play in this deck, unfortunately. Double Cyclone, we could play. Because we just pop the quick play spells. Which is interesting. Cosmic is probably just better. I hope this video doesn't get me copyrighted. I'm just kidding. It's funny because I don't know. As I was saying before, I really want more stuff, but it's fun. Okay. Let's see. MST is free. I don't know why I'm surprised. Let's see. This card's cool. This card's neat. Shrink. I play Shrink. Oh my god. We could just play Offerings to the Doom. I don't hate that. Yummy doesn't... Yummy. Pearly doesn't have a lot of removal on their own. So, I don't hate the idea of playing them. Honestly, I might just do this. I don't know if I have 3 copies of myself on me, but that'd be cool. Dark Ruler is also kind of cool because we could just, again, like the best part about Pearly is you're always discarding cards, so we could just discard Dark Ruler. If I was going to like on an actual tournament, I would probably play it. But if I'm not, I don't think it matters that much. Pretty much just want removal spells, which I think is what we have. Let's do a test while I'm here. Because maybe we have to play with more cats. Like, this is a bomb hand. This is a bomb hand. I love this. Oh, yeah. Just so you guys know, you never want to open the cats. Alright, so basically, it looks top 3 for a Pearly, and then if you hit one, you add it. It has to be a spell or trap, so we'll add the Delicious. These go to the bottom. And then basically, White Cat exceeds summons using a spell from your hand. And then Black Cat does it from Grave. And then also Black Cat on summon searches for any spell or trap. Sorry, any non-quick play Pearly spell or trap. So we can either make Pretty or Delicious. It doesn't matter because we're going to be doing both anyway. So I think... what do we want to do? I've never been... This deck's really hard, by the way. This is a very hard deck. I played it for a little bit when it became cheap. And it's just such a very... It's a very difficult deck to pilot. So hats off to anybody who can. I wonder if we can plump into... I don't think we can. Can we plump into, like, a Noir Game 1? We probably can, honestly. I don't know. Well, first off, it's Street. Street, basically, it's a really cool card. Pearly monsters I control, the turn they are specialed, they cannot be targeted. If a face-up Pearly Exceeds leaves the board, I can summon a Pearly from deck or grave. And then finally, during the end phase, target a Pearly Exceeds you control, attach a quick play spell from deck. And then all the quick play spells give effects to Pearlies. This deck is really cool. I love this deck. I love like telling people about like archetypes in this game. This is one that I bring up. The cats are like dreaming and then having their memories. It's so cool. All right, we're gonna do it pretty simple. We're just gonna make Pretty. So do this. Go to Grave, attach. So right now, Pretty is a quick effect negate on board for monsters, and then I can set a card I control, target card opponent controls, attach it. Card's really good. Next, we're gonna go Delicious. We're gonna choose Beauty, and Beauty cannot be destroyed next battle. So we're gonna discard this. Summon Black Cat. Go Black Cat effect. Adds any Pearly card. I lied. Any Pearly card that's not a quick play spell. We already have Street, so typically you add My Friend or the Trap. But we could just do My Friend because My Friend is a searcher. So for those who don't know, My Friend, you reveal 3 Pearly cards. One randomly goes to your hand, and then if it exceeds leaves the board, you can add up to 3 quick play spells from grave to your hand. Really good card. So we're gonna go Pretty. So My Friend. Well, My Friend will reveal the traps because we play 3 of it. That's why sometimes you want to play 3 of a lot of the cards, so you guarantee a hit. We'll be adding a trap. Then we're gonna go here, make plump, attach. Plump is gaining 300 for every material, and then plump has an effect where you can target up to 2 spell traps in your grave, attach them. So yeah, so then we set this, and that's the board. It's pretty simple. Honestly, it's not a lot, but we do summon Noir, which Noir is a very looking card. So basically on their turn, we're going to use per leap to Xyz summon, and this card is bounced to the extra deck during the next turn. We're basically just making Noir, which is unaffected by your opponent's activated effects. This card did have a couple cards that were able to out it, unlike other towers we've had in the metagame. And then quick effect, you can detach 2 materials from this card, target a card your opponent controls or in the grave, return it to the deck. So this card is very strong when it came out. But this card had a lot of outs, and people were like knew about the outs. So I think this is honestly one of the best designed towers in Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't think any other towers really does Noir justice. It was cool because when you force out Noir, they would just spin back a bunch of your cards. So, but you were able to out it, so it was fine. So I really like Noir's design. But yeah, this is pretty much the deck. It's very simple. Honestly, though, the one thing about Pearly, which is cool, is it's really hard to out the cards. Because when you do out one of them, you add back all the quick play spells you use for them, and you summon a guy. So it can be really hard to kill sometimes. And then plus we're gonna have Medora in the grave as like a shuffle. So the deck's pretty straightforward, and it's very consistent. You're always ending on what you want to do, which is awesome for a deck like this. So yeah, I pretty much just got to see what other. Honestly, we could just play another Happiness. They are level 1s, so we could technically make Robin. Maybe we add like Ripplebird, because can't Ripplebird not be destroyed or something? No, never mind. It is just used for a lock. What's the one? Is there a level 1 that can't be destroyed, or am I crazy? Yeah, it's another Lyris card, you're right. Oh, I forget how you spell it. It's this one, right? No, this one just attacks directly. Oh, I thought there was one. Oh no, this one can't be destroyed or we take no damage. Oh, okay. We can play this. It's just a stall. Nothing crazy. But yeah, this is this exactly 100 points. Really cool. This is probably the deck I will use. But I also wanted to make a Genesys Regenesis deck, which is really funny. I really love this deck. I played this a lot in the TCG when it came out. Yeah, the only hit is Regenesis. The spell card that basically adds or dumps a Regenesis card. Because it's a Rhoda. And you have a card that searches this already with Archfiend. So you don't really need this. Like, it's a good card, don't get me wrong, obviously, but you don't really need it, so. I actually want to play this deck. I don't know what cards to really play, though, so. I know the new Fleur de Lis card is also free, which would be a really good hand trap to play. But I don't own those cards, so we can't really, can't really play them. But I think we at least play 1 Regenesis, 3 Archfiend. I think you do everything here. You play all these guys. We could play Lord. Lord summons itself, and then you can set a spell or trap, which is neat. I don't know if we really need it, though. Yeah, because this can add it. Like, technically, if you want to play around Droll a little better, we would add Lord. Problem is, Lord, for some reason, these cards sometimes don't make sense. Like, Lord banishes a 25 guy to summon, but these guys only add back to hand during your opponent's end phase when they're in the grave. Like, if it also did it when they were banished, I would understand. It would actually be kind of cool. But they don't. They just only add back from the grave. So when they get banished, they're gone. This card's broken. Birth, this card's insane. Basically, you can only use 1 effect per turn. But it's either a Book of Moon or it's a Soul Charge. It's actually a really good card. Most people actually play this as 2 of in the TCG. But basically, during their turn, you're going to dump something, and then you're going to Book of Moon something. and then that card gets added back to your hand. And then during your turn, you're going to send this to basically just get a full-on flipping soul charge, which was awesome. 1 second, I'm going to get more water. My throat is gone! Sorry about that. You can tell how professional I am. I'm taking my time. Oh, I have a little snack. My voice is like not awake, so like I'm misspeaking and I feel bad. Anyway, so yeah, I want to build some Genesys. So trying to think of the cards we could play. This card's also really good. This is E-Telly for the deck. It locks you from the extra deck, which is fine because in Genesys, Monkey, we don't need the extra deck. So low key, we could play cards like Extrav. How much is Extrav? Let's see. It's gonna make 1 billion points probably. It's right here. It's only 10? Uh-oh. You already know what's going on. We could play 3 copies of that. Uh-oh. That's insane. How much is Nadir? Oh, that's expensive. For those who don't know, the TCG had a lot of sorry, this crack is nice. There's a lot of ways you could play this deck in the TCG. You could play the Dogmatica package, you could play the Kashtira package, the Bestial package. There's so many different ways you could play. Because all these cards, they only care about having a monster with 2,500 attack on the field or in your hand. So, all the archetypes I already mentioned have 2,500 attack starters. You also could play cards like the Millennium cards. Like, there's so many cards that work with them. A cool card I would play, I would play like Bean Pile, like Beansmith. And bro, you could play Tour Guide, which is cheap by the way. Summon, one of the best cards ever printed. Doom Dog, big Doom Dog, and then when this guy leaves the field, you can add a level 8 Fiend, which is this guy. So basically, Torgai was a starter for this deck. Now the problem is, and you're gonna realize it really quickly, this card needs to be sent from the field to the grave, and we don't play links, so if we exceed someone with this into level 3, rank 3, This will not search for, because it's not a field anymore, because it's in the materials. We can't search, so this actually doesn't work. Which is hilarious. But Tour Guide's still a very cool card. She's very cheap. How much is Terratop? Terratop's 7. Yeah, that's a little expensive, so I'd rather just play this, to be honest. But the fact that we don't have Doom King to play, Doom Dog, it's like kind of like, I don't know if we would want to do that. Yeah, so I'm thinking we play extra. Because this deck doesn't really care about its extra deck, like, at all. And we still we could play like a 33-point card, or so we'll see. Also, they're all 8s or 7s, so I'm assuming the cash monsters are high. Oh yeah, they're way too high. We can play one better. How much is Millennium? Oh, Senjin's up 33. That is pretty expensive. But Golem's free, and I'm assuming Temple's free. Yeah. So, you could get away with one Sengen Gym. Because we just need enough cards that have 2,500 attack. Like, we could play Lava Golem. Lava Golem has a 2,500 defense. Chaos Hunter did when Malice was popular. A lot of different ways we can go with this. And Tool too, because we could just play a bunch of staples, and then just have a really clean deck. I'm leaning towards like playing Tour Guide, because the problem with this deck does not have a starter. You really need to like cards to start with, though. Let's see if there's only like 2,500 guys we can add. Because this card has another effect where if you control Genesys, you can add any 2,500 monster. Which is really cool. But like, especially in this format, it's not going to matter as much. What is this? A Magnet Warrior? I'm not reading that. Yeah, this guy. This new Florida card, it broke him. And it's free. I just don't own it. If I had a copy of this, bro, I'd play this and this in a heartbeat. 3 copies. But I don't have it. We could just play the Darmanica cards. I'm assuming Ecclesia is expensive, so probably not worth it for us. Iris Sword Soul. This card's trash. I love that card, but it is donkey. Yeah, it's looking like that's about it. So nothing really cool we can add, but usually we're gonna be adding a monster off this anyway, so it's cute. How much is Ecclesia? Just so I can check. If it's more than anything, I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, I mean it's only 3. It's not that bad. But I want to play extra, so we don't really need Ecclesia. Let's see. What else can we do? This is the thing. Like, I have to, like, actually remember non-competitive cards to add to the deck. Like, what are some cards we could play? Trying to think. How much are the Azamina cards? Okay. This is that. Okay. Silva's a 20. And how much is Deception? Deception's 33. Man, how much is Black Witch? 20? Sheesh! Because there's also a version that plays Azamina cards, because Black Witch has 2,500. Like, there's so many. I love Regenesis because there's so many different versions of it, and I love that. It's so cool. I'm assuming Bestials are expensive. Yeah, they are. Unfortunately, all the good cards are expensive, so it's kind of hard to figure out like what engine we're gonna play with them. You know what I mean? Huh? What could we do? Any ideas from the chat? Any ideas? Probably not. It's fine. I get it. I'm thinking too. This is the problem. I'm deck building. I'm like, who? Like, if I know the cards, it's easier. But in this, I'm like, what? Honestly, Final Bringer is probably really good. Because we can pop our guys and they'll come back during the end phase. Trying to think. I wonder if there's another... Is there like a level 3 that does anything? Ooh, I just had an idea. Lucci. What's the... Excuse me. What's the name of the card that adds the fusion card? It's like Dawn. Yeah, this one. Okay. Okay, hold on a minute. We could do something with this. So we go Tour Guide. We're at 72 points. Tour Guide, summon Buo. And Buo has an effect where if you have a Fiend monster, you can summon it. And then this card's sent to the grave, unlike Doomdog. Because it's fun. I played this deck twice. I played it once when I played with Doomdog. Then I played like this, because this card is cool. Anyway, when this card's sent to the grave, add Mutiny of the Sky. And for those who don't know, this card is a fusion spell. It lets you fusion summon a Fiend or Fairy fusion monster by shuffling the Fiends or Fairies from your graveyard to the deck. And then this card's in the grave, send a Fiend or a Fairy from your hand face the field, add this to your hand. So it's basically a fusion spell. And you would summon Lucci with this effect, which is really cool. The only problem is you kind of need more Fiends or Fairies because... I don't know how we're going to do it because we're going to go Tour Guide, summon this, make a rank 3, use the rank 3's effect to search for something. This will add a Mutiny in the Sky. And then it's like, because like with Link monsters, it was nice because you can just link off everything. But obviously we don't have that, so it's just like, how do we do this? But this card's cool because you can target a card your opponent controls, send a Fairy or Fiend from deck to the grave, destroy it. And if another card is destroyed, you can target a card, destroy it. So this card's really cool. I don't know how realistic it is, but this is like a direction that I can go, which is good. So we have to fusion summon a Fiend or Fairy. So let's see if there's any Fiend or Fairies that we can try to play. Let's see, Fairy. Okay. Dark Lord. Okay. So obviously, like whatever level rank 3 we make, it has to actually do something. But I'm assuming we're gonna have Tour Guide and Buo in the grave at some point. So that's kind of like the context we're gonna be using. Because this has to fuse from the graveyard, right? Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Let's see. Any of these bad boys generic? I'm gonna take a guess and say they're not. Summon Hugin. Has anyone summoned Hugin raw? I don't think so. Never in my life. And this is cute. Yeah, I don't think there's anything really can make with these. How about a Fiend? Fiends have more fusions, so we have a better chance of summoning something. Let's see. Yeah, Lucci takes 3, so it's like, I don't know how we're gonna have enough guys. We can make Aerial Eater. Hold on. That's good. Aerial Eater is a good card. This is a good Yu-Gi-Oh card. They're darks, so they don't work. 2 monster different types. These are both Fiends. So we cannot make this. Yeah, no, we can't. Because it has to use... Okay. Gotcha. A lot of reading, Alright, what else we got back here? What other generic slop can we do? It ain't looking good, though. It ain't looking good. Down. Do. Alright, boys. It ain't looking good. It appears Aerial Eater is our only target. Takes a fiend and a rock. Okay. It appears it is Aerial Eater we can make. Okay. Because the problem is, like, what's the combo? So we go like C's. Bro, I just realized we should play Materia Reactors. That'd be cool too. I had a Materia Reactor phase for like 3 weeks. It was awesome. You guys remember I made a video on that. Yeah. It was awesome. It was a rank 3 slap deck. Oh, for sure. But it was awesome. Deck is cool. Unfortunately, Seals is banned, and that was one of the, that was your end board finisher. Let me tell you. Hey, speaking of Materia Reactors, yo, honestly, Materia Reactors, they probably have no hits. What rank 3s are even hit? This card, I hate this card. First off, this card should be hit. Second, this card is just bad. Like, if you're using it for the negate, it's so bad. Why is this card expensive? This card being expensive is weird. Zin Mighties is also weird. I guess like FTKing. And Totem Bird is a 3. Okay. Card's cool. That's it though. So Cicada King's a 5, which doesn't really matter, like, at all. Okay, let's see. We could play this. Oh no, you can't. I see. Because we need something that detaches. Oh, this one does. Oh, sweet. Wait, this one. Wow, this does it. Cool. All right, cool. This one lets us detach 2, draw a card, and then we can use Lucci, and then we can make Aerial Leader. Okay. We just gotta be careful because we're playing X-Drive, but like we just play 3 copies of everything, so it's not a big deal. Throw in a Cicada King in there and call it a day. These XC's cards are good, I think. So like they're not good with X-Drive, obviously, but gotta pick your poison, I suppose. Okay. And then what's the other Xyz card we can make? This one, right? Oh, we won't be able to, because we're gonna be drawing off this. Yes, this is true. Oh, it's up to 2. This just adds a card. Yeah, whatever. And then it adds this, which lets us make... Oh, where is it? I don't see it. It lets us make a card that, like, attaches something. It's not terrible. It's pretty good, actually. It does require a lot of extra space. But they're free, so who cares? What's the card called? I think it's this card. Yeah, this one. We're just playing 3s everything, because if we're playing X-Trap, I don't want to hit any of them. I mean, if anything, this engine's like bad in here, but whatever. Okay, so we go air. We could just drop Extra if we're doing a big combo deck, but it's whatever. So we go Aerial Eater, dump anything. So what are we dumping? These are good questions. It has to be a Fiend. Or dumping Engraver? Yo! Imagine. Let's see. What can we dump in this kind of strategy? There's no other light fiends, so Engraver will not work. There's gotta be one to summon itself. Doesn't this summon itself? No, it doesn't. Dump Shavara. Oh God. Pretty much just want something that summons itself. Dumb vanity. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm dumb. This summons any fiend. I'm stupid. Right? Yeah. Whoopsies. Let's see. Hope you guys are doing well today. Gonna be shooting up the stream in a little bit. I gotta go to work. But it's chill. Thank you guys so much for coming by. I appreciate you. If you guys are listening to this in the future, also leave a comment. I just want to know. Let me know what you think of it. If you do watch it, I'm just curious. Ooh, kill the tune. I'm really curious to see if people actually go back and like YouTube VODs and watch them. Just something I want to know. Nothing crazy. If you don't do it, I'm assuming you don't listen, and that is fine. Let's see. There's gotta be a cool fiend card we can dump. Let's see. This card's cool. This card's really cool. I love this card. We could play it in Pearly. Honestly, let me like put it in the side. I've always loved this card. I think you need to play a deck that like likes spells to be in the grave or discarded. That's the only way it works. But cool card regardless. Let's see. There's got to be a card I'm forgetting. I know there's like one that like summons one. Let me see if I see it. This one. The fiend monster is sent to the grave. Summons from grave. And this targets a fiend in the grave. Add it to your hand. Okay. Again, the problem is we don't have a link monster, so like it's so hard. Like realistically, we dump something off Arrow Eater to like make a 6 for Caesar, or just a rank 6 play. All right, let me show you guys the combo in case you guys are confused. Okay, so do this. Okay, so your normal tour guide. Tour guide effect. Oops, we're in the battle phase. Tour guide effect to summon a level 3 or lower, level 3 fiend. I'm gonna summon the Dawn. We're going to Exceed summon. Gonna make the torpedo. Torpedo belly. We're gonna use the effect, detaching these to draw a card. Then we're gonna use Bio's effect to add Mutiny in the Sky. Next, we're going to Exceed. We're going to use this effect. Add this. And then let's Exceed summon into this guy during their turn. And then it's basically just a steal. It basically equips their monster to ours. No, it attaches, not target. Very good interruption, very good interruption. And it has a lot of attack. And it can't be destroyed. Like, very, very good interruption. These cards should definitely get some points. So this is here. Okay. Now, we go Mutiny. And then again, this is assuming we have no Genesys in our hand. These guys can just summon themselves in their big bodies. It's awesome. Alright, so we're going to go Mutiny. So this summons a Fiend or Fairy fusion from extra deck by shuffling Fiends and Fairies into the deck. So we're going to do that. We're going to summon the Aerial Eater. Then we can send to add. Okay. And then we're going to use this to dump something. Yes. Okay. Yeah, so that's basically what the combo does. And it's cool too because we can always just dump this for follow up. Worst comes worse. But preferably we don't dump something to do something. Obviously. Usually like you dump like Engraver, but we don't have any late fiends in the grave, so Engraver doesn't actually do anything. But the idea is, this is just a way to like, do something. So we just need to find a fiend that does something when it goes to the graveyard. I just don't know what that card could be. Because this one adds a fiend, but we won't have a fiend in grave to use. Okay, hold on. We can use this. I forgot about this. We have to sack a card, but that's fine. We can just play a bunch of spells or traps. Okay. I actually don't hate this, like, at all. We could dump this to set something, but... Unchanged trash in this format, right? There's no link to. Like, it's just trash. Alright, honestly, I think this is the play. Yep. And then we go Caesar. Caesar's 20 points? Oh, what? Alright, maybe we don't play Extrav. Honestly, I'm cool with that. I think Extrav's really good in Regenesis. But obviously, power for power, right? We also save a lot of points. Okay. This is cool, actually. I'm actually liking this. I'm liking this. So we do this. Okay. Okay. This is what we got. So we make Caesar. Or we can make any level. We can make any level 6, actually. None of these cards are locky, which is nice. I mean, it'd be nice if I had like 2,500 stats, but gotta pick your poison. Dragon's Gate. I love this card. Card's cool. Honestly, add it. We can play Lars. Lars can be targeted, and then you can detach 2, and then you get a card on the field. Definitely not bad at all. This card's cool, right? Wonder how much Zeus is. This card's interesting. Can this summon from hand? No, it can't. Okay. Noted. This card's interesting because this lets you reborn anything with a level 5 or lower from the grave, which is really cool. We can make this in this kind of deck. So honestly, we can just add it. I should have this card somewhere. It was like a random common, like Dama, like random, but cool card. Beach is 100. Sheesh. I feel like the extra in this game is just gonna be really like not tight. So we could play a bunch of flex spots. Like adding in like M7 is cool by me. Okay, that's probably good. Okay. How much is Zeus? Just out of curiosity. 20? That's it? Dragon's Gate is just a cheaper Zeus, right? Well, no, it only attacks. I see. Okay. But yeah, basically the idea of this deck is like you are it's a grind game deck, but you have a decent power play going first. I would like to play Extrav. The problem is, I mean, we could still play it. It's just that like we're playing a lot of cards in the extra deck, so like I don't want to like banish them. Like we want to play Extrav in a Regenesis deck if we're having like a more low to the ground type deck, which without Link Monsters, I don't think we could really accomplish. Which means like it's basically, are you playing Tour Guide or are you playing Extrav? That's just kind of how it's gonna go. Skullmeister is a fiend, which means it will be a staple in here. We can use that for future summoning. Maybe those were to make Lucci. Maybe. This is also a fiend, but I think we side this in. If we do play it at all. This would be the competitive, by the way. This would be the competitive Genesys deck I play. If I had to choose. 1000%. This deck is so cool. I love these cards. And it's cool because this format, I think, it's a lot better in. It's just pretty much deciding, like, what kind of direction we're going to play the deck in. Okay. So we still have a lot of points. So I wonder what we can try to play. It's currently 11:55, so I have to leave soon. Unfortunately. But again, I want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. I want to try... This year has been weird. Like, it's been such a busy year for me. But, I really, like, genuinely, if I had... I mean, at the end of the day, if I want to do it, I should do it. So, if I wasn't, like... My goal is stream once a week and upload semi-consistently while also doing everything I'm also doing. On either channel, by the way. Because I have two channels. I have this channel and I have like a video essay channel. So, I'd want to focus on both, not just one. And I've been slacking in that department, and that's on me. But it's like, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. That's like the dream I would like to do. And at the end of the day, if you want to do something, you just have to do it, so. I can't really make excuses, I just have to do it. But, the main reason, honestly, I haven't, is I really just need, like, I don't want to say I need help, but, like, if I had someone to, like, do one extra thing to get off my plate, I think I'd be a lot more down to do this. Like, for instance, right, for the stream, it's pretty easy. All I have to do is sit down, click a button, and then we're up. I have to make the YouTube title. I have to make the thumbnail, which if you guys like the thumbnail, like, let me know. It's very simple. I mean, nothing crazy. But I have to do that before I do it. So... That's like 10, 15 minutes, and then I can start streaming. Like, streaming is very easy. But like, when it comes to video making, like, it's a lot more to it. Actually. To the point where it's like a lot to where I need... if I had someone there to help me, I'd feel a lot more inclined to continue doing it. Whether that be art, editing, music, stuff like that, so... I'm currently trying to get to a point where I can, because like the problem, honestly, why I don't do that right now is just money. I mean, it's expensive to do that. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say it's not, and I wouldn't say I'm like hiring someone because I cannot afford to give someone a wage. But if it's just like a commission, like every video. Because I already don't upload consistently anymore. And there's actually a reason why I don't do that, but... it's like, if I could just, like, do that, that would be ideal. It's just, there's so much I want to do. It's, like, it's just hard to, like, pinpoint, like, what I want to put my resources towards. And I would rather, like, honestly, if I had to rank it, I would have, like, an artist, then an editor, then music. That's, like, what I would like. But, I think I have to make the channels get somewhere before I can even afford to do that. And the reason I haven't been uploading consistently, I think... I used to upload once a week. That was my goal. I would pretty much edit either Friday night or Saturday morning. And then the video would get uploaded on Sunday. That's what I would do. That was my formula, and it worked for a little bit. The main reason I stopped was not because of my schedule. My schedule still works with that. So the schedule isn't the problem. The reason I stopped is just because I stopped watching television. I haven't watched TV in a while. I watched movies. I will be honest. I've watched a couple movies this year. Demon Slayer, Chainsaw Man. Great movies, by the way. Enjoyed all of them. But those are easy, right? It's like, it's a 20-minute drive there and back. And it's like 2-ish hours of watching it. Like, honestly, the hardest part is finding someone to go with. But I'm going to watching movies very easy. It's a lot easier than sitting down watching a TV show. And it's funny because watching a TV show, like, usually, like, unless you're watching, like, a high profile, like, HBO show with, like, an hour long episodes, it's gonna be, like, because usually I like anime. So, like, anime episodes aren't that long. I can finish a season in, like, 3 to 4 hours. Like, it's not that hard. I just don't have, like, that kind of attention span, which is pretty demoralizing, but at any rate, it's just, like, I don't know. I don't have, like, videos I want to make because I haven't been watching things. So it's kind of hard for me to sit here and, like, go each week making another video about X topic. Another big thing for me is I hate making videos that have already been made. Like, for all the ideas, anytime I upload, I always try, unless it's, like, a review, because obviously people reviewed it earlier before me. But other than reviews, I always try to make sure the content I make is unique. And obviously, like, I'm not saying everything I do is original, because, like, everything's inspired by everything. But it's, like, ideally, you know, the thing I do hasn't been done last week. You know what I mean? But it's just so, like, consistency is hard. It's so hard. Like, it's the hardest, like, honestly, it's one of the things that, like, you really should, like, improve on if you don't have, like, a consistent schedule or anything. But being consistent is very hard. And it's rewarding when you are, because then you can optimize everything. I'm going on a bit of a tangent, but that's kind of the reason why I haven't been doing anything. That's fine. I mean, again, if you want something, if you want change, you want something done, you gotta flip and do it yourself. That's the biggest thing I learned this year. And my goal in January was, hey, I'm gonna, even if it's like you gotta set, like, goals. So, like, each week, each month, I would upload a video. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, 12 videos a year, done. That's not even that hard. And even then, I couldn't do that. So, you gotta start baby steps. But I have been thinking of doing more, like, bigger content. Because all my videos are, like, short. Like, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos are actually pretty long. They're, like, 30 minutes long sometimes. That's because I'm going on tangents, saying every little thing I thought of. But the video essays are really short. They're usually under 10 minutes. So I was thinking of making like, videos for that, like, an hour long. Potentially. It's always just, like, what do I have to say? Like, I don't know. I never really thought I need an hour to say what was on my mind. I think that's the reasoning. And then for Yu-Gi-Oh! It's, like, it's just hard to make content. Like, DB is, like, boring, but I like doing it for deck building purposes, but I hate doing it for, like, duels. Like, I hate dueling on dueling, but it's so ugly. So it's, like, which way do I move, you know? Like, I would love to do, like real duels in person and, like, VOD review them, but, like, it takes a lot of work, so. Alright. We have 33 points. Let's try to finish this deck. What could we do? I think we need more monsters with 2500 attack and defense, because we don't have Genesys. We could play one more of it, which I'm honestly kind of down. We just really need monsters with 2500 attack. That's always been, like, the thing about this deck. And Bystials are kind of expensive. Because it's funny, because a lot of the good engines you would add into this, they're good engines, and they have 2500 attack. It's just that, like, they're expensive. These guys only have 28, right? Yeah, not enough. We could add the Fualos. I'm honestly leaning toward, I don't know. Would I rather have, like, 3 copies of, like, or maybe even 6 copies of, like, a decent hand trap, or just commit to, like, one more Genesys, you know? Not sure. I would love to play a lore at 25, though. We don't have enough darks. None of these are darks, unfortunately. Eclipse doesn't even seem that bad. Bell's not bad either. I feel like Bell is good in this format. Just how like low to the ground things are. Why is Maizen a 5, bro? What the heck? Seeing some of these points is hilarious. I'm not even lying. It's funny because the room of karma. Yeah, it's funny. Because they're all gonna be face down. I see. I see. Low key, we could play Dark Hole. Doesn't do any whole lot, but we could play Upstart, Burial. We could play the Dangers. Oh, wow, they have points. I mean, it's only 3, so. Do any of them have 25? I don't think they do. Oh, no. We need, like, the ratios needs to be good. Like, I promise, like, in my testing with this deck, you definitely need, like, 20. Like, you need enough. Otherwise, your guys just are not doing anything. Like, it'd be nice if one of the guys we've summoned had 2,500 attack. Cicada King does. Good to know. Oh, these guys do too. Okay, we're fine. Never mind. We are fine. Oh, yeah. But Archtree needs a 2,500 in hand to summon. So, he's useless unless we have a 2,500. Interesting. Let's do a little more searching and then I will head off for the day. Yeah, too much. The Biscuits are nice, because I put them during a format where Biscuits were being used. And they just work so well. I love this card. One of my favorite cards in the game. Prophecy Destroyer. Beautiful card. It's funny, because I really should be reading some of these cards. Because, like, again, we're playing in a format where... Oh, wait! We could play Mech Knights. No, we can't. Oh, wait. Mech Knights are trash. They're only good going second. Huh. Yeah, wait. They're trash. Wait. Oh, no. You don't have any link monsters, so you can't have 2 cards in a column. That's hilarious. Yeah, they're only good going second. Huh. That's neat. Maybe we put that on the side. Huh, I never thought of it that way. See, this game's awesome. It's making me think differently. This card's okay, right? Yeah, this card's summon. Yeah, it's like Pregatops. It's a free Pregatops with 2,500 attack. Yup. Eldritch we could play. Okay. I don't know if I want to. We could play Flirtle. Everything you say is true. This guy's neat. Nothing is speaking to me. This card's cool, right? This card's interesting. Honestly, I'm not down to play it. If a monster's battle position is changed, target card on the field bounces to the hand. That's not bad. If a monster's battle position is changed, you can banish a spell in your grave, summon this card from grave or hand. And then during the main phase, set a Book of Moon or tie you from deck or grave. That's really not bad. It's just not searchable. But it's cool because birth books something. So it actually kind of works nicely. So maybe we should play like more books. I'm not against playing this. You gotta try different things, you know? You can't knock something until you try it. Else you know it's full on consequences. Alright, let me track the defense guys and then we're probably gonna head off for the day. Oh my god, 1 sec. Sorry about that. Just answering a DM. Okay. It is 12. Oh, crap. I gotta go to work. Okay, let's do this, and then I'm heading out. Holy crap. Oh my god, 8 pages. Ah, crap. No, but yeah, this is the deck I would bring if I was playing competitive Genesys. 1000%. I just don't know what I would, like, play in terms of, like, non-engine, but, like, you have to play, like, this is all, like, I'm more of a practical theorist. Like, I like to test it and see if I like it, and then if not, you play something else. No, but these are cool. You can use them going second. I don't hate that. Let me check. Sorry, answering DMs. Okay. Let's see. Well, we could play this guy, Alpha. That's cool. Okay. Interesting. None of these are fairies or fiends. You're a fiend. Lava Golem should definitely be in the extra deck, or in the side deck. This card's insane. Also has 2500 defense. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm answering DMs. Never clear yourselves, guys. Never clear yourselves. Sneaky C? Is this good? Add to the deck. This card seems okay. Again, we need 2500, so I'm playing whatever I can get. Okay. I mean, for now, this is alright. How much is book? Oh, crap. This might sound crazy. It's only Book of Moon, right? It's Book of Moon and Taiyu. Yeah. Okay. I don't hate this. You guys can let me know if this is bad. But it's cool. So we can use the Mech. We can use this thing. This one pops something, or we can use the Mech Knights. Because doesn't one of the Mech Knights pop? But we can use the Mech Knights going second. To we have to obviously set a spell or trap. But this one, right? Oh crap! This does not do what I thought it did. Okay, maybe we don't play them then. They don't really do a whole lot. Honestly, I think this might be a little better. Do one of these not pop? I guess not. I mean, this pops in the same row, but like, I don't know if I really want that in my life. Okay. Okay. We have 88 more points. So we should probably use that for non-engine. What's a good... Is there any fiend, like, fair? I can't really think of any. We're definitely going to have a lava golem this side. Yeah, this is definitely deck upgrade, though. 1000%. I just don't know, like, what else I'd play. I would love to play another Genesys, but, we literally have to cut the Book of Moons. We also just don't want to play Caesar. Caesar's broken, though, right? Like, just know we don't play Caesar. One sec. Oh my god. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. What else can we add? I don't know. Regenesis has, like, this one, right? Big 12, 25. Yeah. It's alright. Alright, let's play one command, actually. This is cute with our little book package. I don't know. Maybe I'm not good at deck building in the morning. All right, I gotta go. I gotta go to work. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. And again, if you're watching this in the future, please let me know if you like it, what your thoughts. If you just let me know if you're watching, because I like stats. So I have to know if people are actually watching when I'm not here. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for tuning in, listening to my rant, doing some deck building. This deck has a lot of changes I have to make, but hey, man, this is definitely the deck I'm going to play in Genesis moving forward, though. But yeah, it's cool. I hope we can make something work with it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Y'all have a good rest of your day. Happy Monday. And yeah, I'll see y'all later.